Hello, everyone, and welcome to the amazing Cybershoes VR VIP tournament. 2021 is the year we are here, and we are so excited to have you all with us. Thank you for joining us on Between Realities for this amazing Cybershoes tournament that we are about to witness. I am so excited to be here. My name is AlexVR, by the way. I'm here, part of the Between Realities crew, as well as my buddy Skeeva over here. How you doing, Skeeva?
Good, man. Pretty good.
Skeeva,
yeah, putting all this stuff together here.
He's the dude. He's like, you know, he's got a whole lot going on. He's making tons of stuff happen right now. He's organized this event. Community manager over here for Cybershoes has put this thing together. So thanks, Skeeva, for all of your hard work in making this happen. And also, you guys may notice we have a guest with us here in the middle. This is Alex. You may know him as the NightFiree from VRML VR Master League. How's it going, Alex? The NightFiree.
Oh, is great. Thanks for that excellent introduction. I'm super stoked to bring a little bit of that esports hype, a little bit of that esports flavor to these matchups when we get into it. But it's just going to be a fun day. I want to see, you know, these creators duke it out. They're some of my favorite, you know, creators to watch on YouTube and Twitch. Same.
I mean, we have an absolute amazing all-star lineup. We have 3 teams here for the event, so you know this isn't going to be one of those all-day suckers, right? We're going to get in there. It's going to be this amazing hardcore intense action featuring some of your favorites, and we're going to see who is crowned the champion at this thing relatively quickly as far as some of these VR tournaments are concerned. So for Team Yellow, Proper D is joining us. We also have Obake TV and Shughead Gaming. That's Team Yellow. We've got Team Blue, which I guess I'm representing because I've got a Team Blue jersey over here. I'm a former Team Blue team captain for Cybershoes tournaments from previous events. So we've got Gamertag VR on Team Blue, as well as Rise the King, right? Rise the King, and Dr. Oculus, who is a proud new Valve Index owner.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
so much for Oculus.
I know, right? Dr. Index just doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same. And then, of course, we have Team Red, Soul Fox Gaming, just like the most deadly little sweetheart you ever met. Soul Fox Gaming is gonna be in the tournament. We also have Wise Director from VR Central for Team Red, and VR Gamer Dude, the OG VR content creator. Dude's been in the game since the beginning, and he's still in the game playing Cybershoes. And today the game is Contractors. So NightFiree, you know,
yeah,
Contractors, right? Like, you know, is this a great game for esports or what?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. I'm just looking at you talk about the creators, and they certainly are fantastic creators, but they are pretty skilled players too. Like, we should see some pretty good action here today. Contractors is a very fast-paced shooter. We're going to be watching TDM, so Team Deathmatch, today. So it's going to be, you know, very quick action. It's going to be constant, and it's going to be exciting to see, you know, the double kills, the triple kills, what sort of combos come through. I want to see if the teams are working together. I mean, you talked about Wise Director and that team. Those are good players. Wise Director plays in VRML in Onward. So I mean, these guys, they're very skilled. Proper D's been playing Contractors for a long time. He's been good at Contractors for a while, and so I really am excited to see these creators, but also skilled shooters duke it out.
Well, hey NightFiree, you should be able to hop in on that camera into our first match.
Awesome. Okay, I will do my due diligence to search them out.
Now, another thing that we should mention is that in these matchups, the thumbstick movement has been removed. So all of the movement that's happening during these matches is going to be done with the Cybershoes. People are going to be actually kicking their feet underneath them to sprint across and to make these plays happen. So that really does add a lot of intensity to what happens during the matchups.
I think it's 7878.
Live on the air. There's the passcode for the lobby. Everyone, feel free to dive in.
I tried 1337 because that would be
elite. Heck yeah.
That's the classic.
I feel like that would take me to the logical place.
All right, so it looks like we're diving in. We're about to dive into our first matchup here, Skeeva. Is that true?
In a few minutes, yeah. We're just getting connected up here. We're making sure everyone's good. I think there was one more player having a few technical difficulties. Yeah, as soon as that's taken care of, I will let you know.
Sweet. So like I said, all the movement is being done with Cybershoes.
Yeah,
so
we actually disabled the thumbstick.
Totally disabled. So, and take it from me, I've used Cybershoes before in events like this. They didn't have the foresight to do that, but when you're running across a field and you're using your real feet to do it, and like there's like an intense firefight and everyone's kicking around to make stuff happen, it really is intense. So it really could go either way, because sure, these people play Cybershoes and maybe they play in the VRML or whatever, but like Cybershoes is a whole different beast, and being able to move around and have the stamina to do so, and the energy and the endurance to keep pushing it, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited, and we're moments away from it, which is even more exciting.
I mean, it adds a whole other level of immersion to your gameplay. You have the ability of feeling like running. Like you said, in addition to that stamina drain, it really just enhances that esport experience. When you want to see who's the best of the best and who can compete at a high level, you put the Cybershoes on, and it really adds, okay, well, so now they have to actually run. and I think we'll be seeing some of we'll be pulling in their streams, so we'll be able to see these players, sitting in their seats, sprinting around trying to get killed. It's going to be awesome.
It's almost safe to say that these are virtual athletes. I mean, these guys are going to be kicking around. I'm sure. I'm sure we use the word loosely here, but we are athletes today here in this amazing Cybershoes tournament. And one of the other things that I absolutely love about these events is that because our community is so intimate and so tight and so supportive of each other, that all of the people who you're going to be seeing firing at each other, like, we know them, they know each other. It's a little personal. You know what I mean? It's not just like some random matchup. Like, these are people who have been exchanging, words, collaborating on projects over a couple of years, things like that. So to watch them, to watch GT drop Soul Fox, like that would just mean something to me. You know what I mean? Like, that means something to me. So I'm excited to see that happen.
Yeah, maybe it's the start of rivalries here. Maybe we'll see some creator rivalries begin here from this tournament. I'd like to see some more back and forth, like you said, some more PvP action.
Dude, it happens.
These creators.
It happens. Like, the reason why I said I want to see Soul Fox go down is because anytime I get pit up against him in one of these things, he drops me, and like, you can't get mad at the guy. So the only way to get revenge is to drop him in a game, or at least live vicariously through someone when they do it. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about here, people. This is intimate, this is personal, and whoever comes out on top here is definitely going to have some serious bragging rights.
It's going to be an exciting day. I think the format of the day is we have a standard bracket, single elimination, correct? We don't have a losers bracket that we're playing through, and so
is that
really
true,
only.
Well, so each team.
Am I wrong on that?
Well, the first three teams are going to play each other, no matter who wins or loses, and then it'll be the best score to move on, and then from there it'll be
crown the champion. So no losers. Yeah, it's just the three teams. The loser's the loser. Don't lose out there. Team red, team blue, or team yellow. Can't be losing.
Well, excuse me for not being accurate on the format. Then, But either way, it's going to be fun to watch. And to the point that you're saying, you're going to be able to watch all of these guys shoot each other. You're going to be guaranteed to see each team go up against each other. So you'll get your what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. We have an amazing group of people already joining us in chat. I see we've got Obscure Nerd VR, we've got Bargain Bin Hunters in the house, Dean and Brenner here, Chris 9989's here, Grumpy Duck is here saying that he's been jumping between everyone's streams, and we actually would encourage you guys to do a little bit of that. Don't be afraid. Down in the description below, we actually have links to all of the competitors' streams today, and they'll all be live streaming with their communities, their own first-person perspective of this tournament. So if all of a sudden someone goes on a tear, if Proper D goes on a tear, jump down in the description, click on it, boom, there he is. There's his first. You can get that intimate first person look into the Proper D experience as he's shredding people.
Yeah, I think they are ready to start the first round because we are in the first round, Skeeva.
Oh, we're in it.
Begun.
We have begun the first round, Skeeva.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, we got 3 on both sides, and yeah, just to reiterate, it might be confusing if you're watching the match, just because it is literally the opposite colors associated with the players. Doc is on Team Blue, and VR Gamer Dude Wise and Soul Fox are on Team Red.
Man, Rise is...
All right, so
off to the races here. Rise finds an early kill, and yeah, I'm not sure what the end score line is that we're looking for, but I mean, these players all going at it here today. Doc Ock, one of the tallest players I think I've seen. I mean, have you met the guy in person? When I was seeing him in the lobby, he was incredibly tall, and maybe that tallness ends up affecting him as Soul Fox finds a kill there.
both of these teams will be fighting to, what is it? How many kills is?
50 kills.
50 kills.
50, thank you.
Yep, so we're fighting up to the 50 kill mark here. Team Red, the Cybershoes Team Red being represented by the blue color here, and the Cybershoes Team Blue being represented by the red color here in the lobby.
Jeez, and we've been following Soul Fox, and he has been absolutely dominating here. 5 kills, 0 deaths. He's been sprinting around quite well, navigating the area, and now he's getting a little bit of extra ammo from the ammo resupply. And as he does it, his teammates are getting picked apart. Gamertag VR up top, about to shout. Oh, WiseVector's going for the hatchet, and he gets it. The knife kill comes on. That's an insult to injury. And can he get the sniper shot on? No, and Rise is going to dodge it. Sprinting around. Look at this, the quick speed of the Cybershoes getting Rise just around the corner.
Wise Director really is a stylish player, you know. The guy's got a lot of like style. He's got a lot of personality, and I noticed that during his streams, he always tries to get that flashy kill. Oh, there's another knife kill.
Oh, he's trying to. Doc shot him in the back and saved Rise, and now Doc and Rise have teamed up a little bit here on top of these crates, and it's gotten them a couple of kills. They managed to swing themselves back into this one. They finally killed Soul Fox, so he goes down. He has to run back. Rise gets scooped up on the backside, and this is, hey, I mean, it's a pretty good back and forth so far. It's 8 apiece right now.
Yeah, it looked like things were a little kind of imbalanced in the first couple moments, but things have kind of stabilized a little bit. Soul Fox really pulling the weight for his team right now. Looks like VR Gamer Dude's still trying to get on the board, and looks like we have a little bit more of a balanced effort from the red/blue team.
Yeah, you gotta do it's like that word game association where you have the color green is spelled as blue or whatever.
That's exactly what it's like.
But yeah, we are seeing Rise and Doc at least teaming up here. GT seems to be on his own warpath, but they've all finally gotten together and have commanded this second story building. We'll see how long they hold it. But they're all finally all synced up, and maybe this is going to give them a little bit of a swing back. Soul Fox almost gets picked up. Rise trying to find those shots, and we're just into a bit of a holding pattern here. Oh, Doc does get sniped. Wise Director with the sniper rifle.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, you know, and now they're going to have to... I really like to see the coordinated effort. I feel like in games like this, it really does help to kind of team up, have somebody's back, you know, like be able to react at the same time. You know, you hear something happen over your shoulder, everyone turns at the same time, and that way if there's a trade that happens or something, at least you can kind of be there to pick up the scraps.
Speaking of scraps, Team Red/Team Blue turned into a pile of scraps from Soul Fox Gaming. He swings around, gets himself a couple of kills. They continue to stay up in the lead. Wise Director finds another op shot there, getting another kill. He continues to swing around. I think has another sniper shot coming in. You gotta watch out for this guy with the sniper rifle.
Wow, so Wise Director getting the melee kills, then immediately posting up, and now he's just doing his own thing, just being uncontested there with the sniper, picking people off.
Oh, he's being surrounded is what he is. The teamwork comes into effect there. Doc gets himself a kill, and now him and Rise can sync up and try and get rid of this offense. Yes, they do indeed. There's another kill coming in. And keeping it close still. Team Blue is doing well to make this a pretty even battle, 12-16.
You know, I gotta say, I'm not surprised to see Soulfox as the point leader right now. This guy is good at everything he does. I've actually started a hashtag. It's hashtag Soulfox is too good at games. Feel free to tweet about it because it's almost unfair, and you can't get mad at him. And I think that's almost the worst part of his dominance when he comes into competitions like this.
I see this KD there pop up, and some good lines coming. I mean, hey, you said it, 13-2. If you want to get a bit of a carry going, it's coming in from Soulfox. We'll have to find out where he's hunting. I'm sure Doc will run into him soon enough. Oh, and there he is, sprinting around. I mean, look at how fast he navigates the area, jumping up or over pillars and just outpacing Doc here with the speed.
Big time.
Suddenly he's behind him. Shots come in. Doc is not ready. Oh, the teamwork. It prevails.
Wow. Yeah, you would almost forget that this is a Cybershoes event. We're looking at this guy booking around like this.
Crazy.
Yeah, remember those thumbsticks. The left thumbsticks are disabled, so every bit of movement is coming from their feet. They're going to be exhausted after this.
That's not a lie. You can seriously burn calories, like big time calories, running around a match like this. We've got some cheerleaders for blue in the house, but we also have some people saying their money's on red. So I mean, I don't know. It's right now. I feel like it's still anybody's game.
Uh-oh. GT almost kills him and Rise. The nade detonates there. Lucky friendly fire isn't enabled. Wise Director has opted off of the sniper rifle, but he goes down. Gamertag finds him. Let's see if VR Gamer Dude can muster up a couple of kills. He's going to have to do it quick because Soulfox is sprinting in for the action. Jeez, more kills getting racked up by him, and he is really keeping this team in it.
Man, Soulfox Gaming with 3,200 points. That's double the point leader of the other team at 1,600. Now 1,800 points for Gamertag VR.
Absolute nuts. Dr. Ock trying to even the scoreline a little bit. He's been doing pretty good himself. I mean, keeping active on the KD feed. They're about as many kills as Wise Director has. And so if they can all start contributing. Rise needs to turn on. VR Gamer Dude, if he starts getting a couple kills, it's going to spell bad news for Team Red/Blue.
That is the missing piece right now. I think if VR Gamer Dude can find a way to get some points on the board, it would I think it would seal the deal.
Oh my goodness, Soulfox just continues to murder everybody.
Oh,
and maybe,
old Soul.
I mean, to the credit, maybe VR Gamer Dude just can't find anybody because Soulfox is killing them all before he can get to him.
Soul is so nasty, man. Every time I've ever played a game with that guy, I've died at his hand many a times.
Mm-hmm. So the point total 30 on Team Red and 20 for Team Blue there. Team Red starting to close in on it a little bit, and I mean, unless they can muster up a little something heroic here, I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards the way of Team Red.
Yeah, they are certainly running away with this lead. About 19 points away from locking it in. The quick math there. Tough to do on the fly. Ooh, Soulfox goes down. Can't find a single target, and Doc finds a headshot to pick him off. That's good momentum shut down. Gunfire going on. We'll try and see if we can find it.
You know, the KD's 1-6, and you know, I gotta say, for only having one kill on the board, to keep your deaths down like that really does help tremendously. He's got almost the same amount of deaths as Soulfox, who's running out there putting all the points up.
Uh-oh, shots coming in from the back. Down the duo goes. I'm not even sure where those came from, just like they aren't either. Oh, it's Wise Director who found the kills. He's trying to get on the board. He says, hey, I can get some kills too. I'm certainly capable. And he is. I mean, you look at his KD feed. He's 12-10. Was positive as Doc kills him and evens out his KD feed.
I'm happy to see Gamertag holding it down, you know, really representing captain for Team Blue there. Gamertag is like a hero in the community, and he is a heroic gamer as well. Like, you put him into something, even if it's his first time playing, you can pretty much count on him to pull his weight and to, you know, not be a liability on the squad, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, one thing that again you got to mention is how tiring this is to play. I mean, you're playing a full TDM match here. You're playing a couple of them today, and these guys are running around this whole time. Soulfox, if he continues to keep his pace up, might start to run out of energy. Maybe we'll see him slow down in the later rounds. It'll be interesting to see, but Rise actually getting some kills there, so he also is getting up on the board, and that lead is starting to get whittled away just a little bit.
You know, I wonder if a part of the strategy of this tournament is going to be finding a way to balance maybe a sniper position with a run and gun position. You know, give yourself that break while still managing to stay effective. You know, so I would say if I was in there, I'd probably be looking for a way to relax while still contributing to firefights and stuff like that in between all of these like sprinting episodes, because you know it really does burn you out. I guarantee these guys are sweating already.
Oh yeah. Gamertag about to get up on a Soulfox, but he gets scooped up from the side. Wise Director has been over there a couple of times today and found himself some good kills. So you find a space you like and continue to go there. Teams have to adapt, and yeah, as I said that the scoreline was evening out, it certainly shifts the other way now as it's a 40-27, 13-point lead for Team Blue/Red.
And it, you know, Team Blue/Red is really doing. They're trying, right? Like they're putting points up, like they're getting kills, they're making plays. But you got somebody out there like Soulfox who's just running hard and just scooping him up. And Wise Director is there to clean up any of the crumbs that Soulfox manages to leave behind. I do think that is a good reason why we don't see a lot of points from VR Gamertag, because he's got a couple of sharp shooters on his squad.
Oh no, an exchange of ammo gone terribly wrong. Wise Director spoils the party and gets himself 2 more.
Wow, there's 7 kills now from closing this thing out. I do not see this happening for Team Blue. So
well, hey, they're at least getting warmed up, and so...
Right, tell us a little bit about the format. So is this going to be it for Team Blue when this one goes the way of Team Red, or what's going to happen after this match, Skeeva?
So after this match, the winner's going to play Team Yellow, and then the other team. So the winner's going to play Team Yellow. We'll see who comes out on top.
This isn't like a best 2 out of 3 situation here. Like this,
it is not.
Boom, they're knocking. They are knocking Team Blue out.
This all counts hard.
This all counts. So like we said, this is not an all-day sucker. Like these matches are important. They mean something, and you are witnessing right now bragging rights being woven into the tapestry of reality. Team Red just absolutely running away with this from Team Blue, and I think it's all over but the crying at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this. Wise Director, 21-12. He's really turned on here in the later half of this round, almost outpacing Soulfox. So you want to talk about a team that is, I mean, look at VR Gamer, dude, 1-9. He just can't get he can't get a word in edgewise. You know, these guys are just hogging the conversation. They are constantly getting the kills, and I mean, finally, Wise Director goes down. Doc finds one, but instantly he's picked up by Soulfox, and yep,
nice work.
Solid job from Team Red.
Yeah, Team Red. I mean, you know, thankfully we had a good matchup there, right? Like I wouldn't say that was a blowout. You know, we saw it kind of going neck and neck for a while, but then all of a sudden, Wise Director and Soulfox kind of found a groove, and they hit that flow state, and boom, they just started running, literally.
Yeah, they good teamwork from the pair too, though. You know, they got together and worked through those spaces as a duo, really trying to wreak havoc on the team, and it did get them kills. At times they were pretty close. They had the game tied, and so yeah, hats off to both squads. A good solid first round. Really couldn't ask for much more. Really a standout runner, I think, that we could all see. Soulfox just sprinting everywhere.
Yep, and you know, I think he's going for that sprinters, that runners prize. You know, the single player in this tournament that puts the most miles up is actually going to be going home with some extra cash. So these players are actually incentivized to get out there and move, and it's obvious that Soulfox has done his homework. He's gotten ready for it, and he's going for that extra prize, I think.
Yeah, nonstop sprinting, and to the point, Wise Director did get kills, but if he's going for that sprint, I saw a lot of stationary kills, whereas Solfox was getting a lot of mobile. He was just not, he would get a kill, he'd move, kill, and keep moving. He wouldn't stop. So
Solfox, he's got the energy of one. Like it's like he's running around like dipping through the trees. I wouldn't be surprised if Wise Director was catching his breath in those moments where he was kind of posting up and kind of stabilizing, be like, okay, it really does take quite a bit out of you. And I mean, I'm proud of the performance from Team Blue too. Gamertag VR, Rise to King, Doc Ock, all of those guys performed. Like they did well. You could see times where they had opportunities to work together as a unit, and I saw a lot of good strategies and gameplays being put into effect. But it's just hard when you got a couple of guys out there who just are seeing red because they are Team Red, and nothing's gonna stop them.
Yeah, fun matchup though, and it's got me looking forward to the rest of the series. I think, like Skeeva said, we're going to be watching Team Red, which is what you have been seeing as Team Blue. They will be going up against Team Yellow, and
so that's going to be, we're going to see Solfox again, right? So we're going to see the pair of Solfox and Wise Director from VR Central. VR Gamer Dude now going to have the opportunity to see if he is going to earn his stripes or if he's going to ride those coattails all the way to Sweet Sweet victory. Team Yellow, consisting of Proper D, Obake TV, and Shughead Gaming, though, is not going to be a squad to underestimate. Nope. Proper D is really good at games. I can't really speak for Obake TV. I haven't played any events with him, but I think he's here for a reason. And Shughead Gaming has been, he's been an OG VR gamer, started with PSVR and then moved into this realm. And I think he has adapted to the VR, PC VR and Quest realm quite nicely. He has played a lot of VR games. He has an amazing channel where he reviews games and he knows what he's talking about. So I don't expect anyone on this team to be a slouch. I think Team Red will have to pull it together because if they have a weak link, Team Yellow may be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I truly, I've always been a fan of Proper D for a long while, and I know he's been active in the Contractors community. I think he was, I don't know if he's still playing. Well, I don't think Contractors, the VRML for season for Contractors is live right now, but when it last was, I believe he played in it. So if you want to talk about somebody that's good at the Contractors game, it is Solfox, or it is Proper D, obviously who's Solfox too, but Proper D is certainly someone that can challenge the likes of this trio, and not him alone too, right? He's got a team, Obake, and who is the third for
Shughead Gaming.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think there's a real chance. I think we have actually everybody in the same lobby right now too, so that's kind of a fun little.
So here's another thing to consider, right? So we kind of see Team Red as a really strong contender in this. They've already gotten a W over Team Blue, but they just ran. They just ran a lot. They're like wiping sweat from their brows right now, while Team Yellow has been sitting there like getting pumped up and getting ready. So Team Yellow might actually have the opportunity to topple Team Red while they're in a weakened state, and then take the less powerful team as Blue after they've already run out some of their juices. So they might actually be in a pretty advantageous position here.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the stamina factor. You mentioned it earlier. It's definitely an element, just in like I said, in VR esports in general, because you're doing a lot of movements. You're throwing grenades. You're aiming. You're ducking around corners and stuff. And then to add the actual physical need to run and to really force it, like we mentioned, there's no thumbstick movement even available. They have to use the Cybershoes to move, and so it's going to be really interesting to see how that stamina element gets played in, and if we do see Solfox running a little bit slower here in this second round. I'm trying to listen in to the comms. I don't hear any heavy breathing coming from him, so maybe he's in good shape for this.
Well, this is extremely awesome. It's so exciting to have everybody here with us. This Cybershoes VIP tournament playing Contractors, brought to you by Between Realities. Please click like and subscribe and be a part of the community here. Also, in our description below, links to all of the amazing creators who are participating in this tournament. Do yourself a favor, go through all of them, subscribe to these channels, and become a part of this community, because these people are amazing and they're doing great things.
And make sure you also head over to VRML, because this stuff, these guys have what we're doing right here down, man. This is nothing compared to what these guys do. They are the ESPN of esports, 100%. And they really are, man. They have perfected the art of doing this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So. They are our inspiration, and we are so excited to have Alex, the NightFiree, here casting alongside of us today. Thank you so much, dude, for being here, and I've been having a great time.
Oh yeah, I really do appreciate you guys even considering me. You know, it's a really big compliment, obviously, to be compared to ESPN. But yeah, it's been 4 or 5 years in the works, so it's been a lot of effort, a lot of teamwork from a lot of different communities that's put VRML at the quality that it is. And so it's certainly not all my doing, but I have been doing casting for it since its inception, and so I do really appreciate the.
Absolutely, man. We really appreciate our community in general. You know, I'm pulling something out of chat here. Daniel, our friend German Rifter, says Gamertag, who's participating in this tournament, said that he'll donate $100 to cancer charity whether he wins or not, and German Rifter is also going to be matching that donation. So just by bringing people together, we just have community members donating to charities and supporting each other just because we're here together. You know what I mean? Like, this community really is amazing. I personally feel so lucky to be a part of it, and all you have to do to join it is subscribe to these people's channels and communicate with them and connect with them and engage in all of these things. You know, leave comments, like stuff you like, dislike stuff you don't like. You know, be an engaged, active member of this community, and I promise you it will reciprocate. This is amazing. We all love this technology. We all share this passion, and we all love blasting each other with virtual weapons in these incredible VR games that we have the privilege of playing. And that's what we're doing here today.
Yeah, in the case of the pre-game lobby, it is very little blasting and a lot of stabbing going on. We had a bit of a knife battle.
You know, I told you earlier, this stuff is personal. You know, like the knife it just has that personal effect that the bullet doesn't quite have. And when you put people out there who are passionate and, you know, who have got something to prove, they take the opportunity to get personal when they can. So that doesn't surprise me that we've got some melee exchanges happening in the pregame lobby.
Yeah, it's quite entertaining. What they're really doing is they're all getting loose. They're running around chasing each other, knives out, and so
they're putting miles up.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, literally, Obake is doing laps right now.
He's putting miles up.
He is doing laps with his knife out, and I think that knife lets you run a little bit faster too in game. Your speed can go even quicker, and so maybe he truly is just trying to run as much as he can, or he really is just on the hunt for a couple of stabbies.
Right? Oh, they are engaging. Yep, they're engaged. This is the pregame lobby tournament where there is nothing up for grabs except for even more bragging rights than who will walk away with the W. Like I said, this is personal. Your team may not win, but you stabbed him in the pregame lobby, and that counts for something.
Indeed, it does. Well, we have to quickly pop out and back in. We'll get a good guitar riff in here before we get back into the action.
Yeah, give us that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the VIP Contractors Tournament featuring Cybershoes in Between Realities, brought to you by the NightFiree from VRML.
You need like an echo. VRML.
That's what we had. It was there. VRML.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you guys for joining us. All right, Skeeva, so give us a progress update here. What are we waiting on? What's happening?
I think we're in it.
We're in it. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we were waiting on a reboot, but we should be good to go now. Let's move over here.
All right, let's get into the action.
Let's do this.
All right, so which team here is being represented by red?
Blue, actually. And then red is being represented for yellow.
So team blue is facing team yellow.
Yes.
Okay, so this is different than what we talked about.
Yes, because there were some issues.
Well, actually,
and so we moved.
I like this. This balances things a little more nicely. Now team red won't have such a huge advantage after they won't be put at a disadvantage, rather, by having already played a game. So if Team Yellow manages to walk away with the victory here, both teams will have already had a game under their belt to see whether or not their stamina can run them to the end of this thing.
Yeah, and so I want to see how Proper D and his squad ends up stringing things together, and it'd be fun to watch as Soul Fox does get tagged just a little bit. Your gamer dude goes down to some shots there coming in from Proper D and already off to the races. This in a pretty even score. I mean, 3-5,
Oh.
just a few points locked in. Soulfox has been on the hunt though, and that
So-
hunt ultimately cost him his life.
Blue is Team Red. Man, I've been getting this stuff confused because of these colors. For sure.
Yeah.
So Team Red is out there up against Team
Right.
Yellow. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So this is the original mashup that we had talked about originally. So this is Team Yellow's opportunity to make a claim and run for the victory.
It is indeed, and they're doing a pretty good job out the start, at least. An early kill coming in there from Obaki to again try and even things off a little bit. A pretty big map here that we got. A lot of range to cover, a lot of area to move around, much bigger than I think the last map we had, and so the kills are going to be a little bit more spread out. It's going to be a little bit more one-on-one-esque, and Obake does manage to get down Wise Director there, and so a couple of kills coming in from him that's kept this team in it. Proper D's been on the hunt in the midfield, and really it's just been a kind of a solo adventure on this whole Yellow team. Not really a lot of syncing up. Obaki again going for more shots there against this whole team and try and chuck a nade up and over.
Soulfox and Proper D actually making a trade. Both of them only 1 point apart on the map, and have been actually for the majority of this game, which means that Wise Director, by contributing up to the 764 points he's got on the board currently, is really pulling the weight and kind of giving them that edge for Team Red.
Yeah, we'll see if it'll be enough over the course of what is a relatively not a long game, but it'll be at least 10 to 15 more minutes here of action, as we do only have we're at the 1/5 mark now. First to 50 ends up locking in the dub, and Soulfox and his team are in the lead right now by a small margin.
So who do we see that's moving out there right now? Like, is Proper D? Do we have the kind of running that we have been noticing from Soulfox and even a little bit of Wise Director? Is he moving around a lot, or is he kind of stationed up? Like, what kind of behavior are we seeing? Is he going for this runners tournament?
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of movement out of Obake today. He's been really getting active, but not finding a ton of kills. Proper has been playing it a little bit more patiently. I think he's chasing Wise Director here, but he's been playing it a little bit more reserved, trying to catch out what is the ever sprinting team, and now he's found two, able to trade with Wise Director. He was worried about Soulfox gaming on his left, but ends up not having to worry about him. The rest of his team does, though. Shughead tries to find the shots, and he does end up getting on the board there. An important kill for him to help pad the points back into Team Yellow's favor. He's going to have to go up against Wise Director. The gun battle's coming out, and Shughead finds another.
Mm-hmm. One of the things about this that I find so captivating is the internationality of our community and how all of these players are joining us from all different parts of the globe. It's actually, thanks to VR Essentials for reminding me of this, it's actually 3 a.m. right now where Proper D is. So he's up at 3 a.m. battling it out right now for the championship. And that's a different time zone than a lot of these other players. So that could also be something to consider when we're starting to weigh, who we are favoring to run with this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, hey, you're talking about running. There's been a lot of movement. I would say more so on Team Red, technically. They've been very active moving around, although Obake does find another kill, and it is almost tied up. Team Yellow almost has this lead. Maybe if they start to sync up a little bit more. They're trailing each other now. But if they can just connect a little bit and then start sprinting around together as a team, I think they'll really find some good success. Proper D catches Soulfox gaming out in the back. Can't get enough shots off, though. And Soulfox is in a pretty good spot to battle against this team, but just doesn't have enough health. And a double from Proper there.
Oh, that's really good. I mean, Wise Director right now is really pulling... Triple, jeez, man. Proper D, and you can't say you're surprised to see it from Proper D. He's an amazing player. You can count on him to really make some plays happen and make it happen. But Wise Director for his team, really kind of shining and showing that he's as big a part of Team Red as Soulfox.
Yeah, going up against Wise now. They've got a bit of a jump battle, and Proper jumps up and finds another. Is he going to be ready for his next opponent, his next couple opponents? There he lands those shots, and yes, he is. Proper D running away here on a huge streak. Oh my goodness, finally it's ended, but not before a trade. Shug actually finds that kill over the shoulder, and there's some good teamwork. And look at it, look at the lead that has suddenly swung into the favor of Team Yellow.
Wow. That is what you like to see. You know, that's, I mean, and if you got to go down, you go down swinging, getting the trade. It's always so much more satisfying when you land that trade when you go down than if you don't.
Yeah, I think Proper had 5 or 6 kills there in a row. A really nice streak from him. Look at the KD feed. It's Proper D 15 and 8. Soulfox 6 and 6, and so maybe the map playing a factor here. You know, maybe Soulfox just not comfortable there. Now 6 and 7, and so yeah, quite a significant shift.
Maybe he's tired. Maybe he's winded. You know, those calves might be burning right now. I mean, Cybershoes are not easy to move around in. You will burn calories cruising in these things. You know, like this really is physically demanding in a way that typical VR gaming isn't, and it's certainly not an aspect of this to forget when we start to see some of these scores go up.
Oh my goodness! And Proper D tries to come flying through around corners. VR Gamer Dude gets on the board, finds himself a huge kill against Proper D. 1 of 5, his first on the board there today. And
those
luckily
points mean
Soulfox
more.
isn't an enemy. He would have killed him too.
50 points on the board after killing Proper D just means more than another 50 points.
Yep. Another kill on the Proper D there coming in, and the scoreline starting to even up a little bit. Soulfox doing well to find some kills. Shughead finally answers back and gets those tags. And now Wise Director may be running into Shughead's line of fire next. Shug just waiting here in the midfield. Tags Wise Director down, and a couple of kills coming in from Shug to push his Team Yellow up even more.
Still anybody's game right now, though. You know, as we just saw, 5 kills can be secured by a really good play pretty quickly.
3 kills now for Shug. He's looking for 4 in a row. He's been doing great over on this spot, finally trying to root him out. Wise Director is sprinting around, trying to get some utility out, and there's the kill on the corner. Down he goes. Obake says, I want some of this action. I've heard the explosions. He comes sprinting, jumping around the corner. Wise deals with him too. Tries to get his team back into this one.
Proper D just putting up numbers, dude. Look at him. He's 3,500 points. Wise Director is not too far behind him with just under 3,000 points now, 3,200 points. But oh my gosh, dude. I don't know what's going to happen here. I could still see Team Red making a play to even this out.
Oh, Proper D, why?
Why, Proper D, why? That is the question on everyone's mind.
I mean, yeah, now I think maybe he's getting a little warmed up, if anything. You know, we're starting to see a little bit more sprinting from Proper D, a little bit more movement around the field. And
it's 20 kills. 20 kills on the board from Proper D right now.
Wow. He's amazing, man. What a good player Proper D is. This is really his... I think he really plays a good amount of this game, too.
That is...
Yeah, but he has some okay support. You know, Obake and Shug have been doing okay this series. You know, 8 and 6, 6 and 7. They've been active on that score line, and so it helps to have a little bit of support on the backfield. That's why they have that 10-point lead instead of it being a lot closer.
Absolutely, you can't help but wonder what would happen if VR Gamer Dude had a few more kills up on the board right now. You know, that would certainly help even things out. So right now, Soulfox and Wise Director really trying to make things happen for Team Red. But
Proper again going to be running into that killing field here soon enough. I think he just ID'd those 2 enemies to his left. He comes just flying out. The jump around to the corner to get the kill. Wise able to answer back because Proper gets way out into the middle of the street.
And that's an input in itself to jump with the Cybershoes, Skeeva, right? Like you have to like execute that.
Well, normally yes, but there is still a jump on the right controller that we're allowing them to use. But strafing and walking back and forth and running are all shoes. Got it.
Yeah, I mean they're combining their movements. They're still having to do those movements to get that jump straight, you know. So he's still actively moving his feet or side strafing there as he's jumping. And yeah, great pickup there for Proper as he does get another trade. And hey, 11 points away from this yellow team taking a dub against Red, who won against Team Blue.
Man, this is this is telling. You know, if unless somebody can do something to stop Proper D right now, he is just on a tear. He's in a flow. He's feeling it. You know, like someone's got to stop this momentum, or this guy might just run this thing with Team Yellow to the end.
Another kill getting locked in there from Proper, and yeah, he is just doing work. He's now coming up behind Soul Fox. We'll see if Soul's going to be ready for it or not. Oh no, the hatchet also in his other hand. He was prepping it. He was thinking about it.
Okay.
What is he up to now? 26 and 13. What was Soul Fox in game 1?
You know, I don't remember, how many kills. Yeah, but I don't think it was that.
I don't think it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it was that high either. But either way, it's certainly on track for the record for this tournament, and almost tries to get Wise Director down there. Long range shot. Property is sprinting around, the sprinting, the jumping, the side strafing. He's incorporating it all into his play to get him these kills, and down goes Wise Director. And now just 6 points away from locking in a W.
Man, you know, I hope Team Blue sees what's happening right now and is like having some conversations internally, because I know I don't want to see a blowout. I would love to see something kind of balance the tides here and you know, even this out a little bit, because I'm starting to get scared for him.
Well, we've seen how big an impact the map can make, right? I mean, Soul Fox was a completely different animal on map 1 as he was here today, and so you know, if we go to maybe a close quarters map, it'll be a little bit of a different story. Maybe Proper won't have as much success, but
wow, he's looking to close this game out with around 7,000 points on the board. That is pretty tasty. Property really showing everybody how to make this happen.
I mean, he's just he's a killer bunny as he bounces around the map. A 19-point lead there from Proper D, and I'm glad I put some faith in him. I knew he would deliver here today, but I didn't think he would do that well. Geez, that is a heck of a scoreline.
Yep. Lonely Vipers here in the chat. You know, just an absolute nasty Contractors player himself, and he's been saying that it's all Proper D, and he wasn't lying. Yeah, we definitely saw what Proper D is capable of doing. It's interesting because the team, the spread, the kill spread, right, for both teams is similar to what we saw in the last game, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it was like, you know, 50, 35, 50 to 40, something like that. Yeah. You know, so the kill spread as a team wasn't a huge gap, but it's obvious that we saw Proper D elevate a level of gameplay that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, delivering to say the least, and again, just the speed, really setting the pace there. He started off a little slow, and I think it's why Soul Fox and that team came out and had the lead and was looking like, okay, maybe we're just going to get another repeat of round 1. But as soon as Proper started to get the legs loose, I think it really truly was him getting actively warmed up. I mean, you talk about it being 3 a.m. for him. Yeah, you gotta be stretching and again really loosen up those legs so that you can start to move around more actively around the map. And once Proper got that movement going, once he started to sprint around more actively, you saw a lot of kills. I mean, obviously a ton of kills come in from him.
You know, but Team Blue, Gamertag VR, you know, Captain Team Blue, he knows what he's up against. You know, he's seen Proper D in matchups like this before, so I don't expect him and his team to be underestimating who they're up against, even if they didn't happen to catch the brutality that we all just witnessed. So I think what you said earlier, NightFiree, about the map, I think that is going to be critical in this next game. I think the map is going to have a huge impact on the results that we see, or at least on Team Blue's chances at stopping Proper D.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about really any shooter, right? Map knowledge is king, and so Proper D certainly. I don't know if you can really give any map a disadvantage to him. You know, despite if it's close or long range, I'm sure that he has that map knowledge simply because he's put a good amount of time into this Contractors game and is a very skilled shooter. Just in general, I remember going up against him when in Pistol Whip, for Pistol Whip leaderboards. He's a fantastic shot there too. Like, he is just a naturally good shooter. And I guess, I mean, hey, now we should be talking about the other content that they put out too, right? I mean, all of these all these creators are amazing creators. Absolutely.
Proper D, if I can be frank, I think definitely deserves a huge audience, and when you check out his stuff, you'd be surprised at how the size of his audience for the quality of the content that he puts out. Proper D really puts out amazing next level video edited mixed reality footage. He's an incredible gamer, as you can see here in this Contractors tournament, but he also ran away with the Pistol Whip championship, and any tournament he's ever in, he's good at. He shreds it in Beat Saber. He's an incredible content creator and a really good gamer. On his team, Shookhead Gaming, like I mentioned, really came cut from the PSVR cloth, but now has joined a lot of us in the PC VR world and the Quest world. And I personally have a soft spot in my heart for the PSVR as well, because that's kind of where I started. It's where I started my VR journey, and he was actually one of the very first YouTubers I watched in VR, period. So it's really cool to see him kind of transcend the worlds and become a part of this, this greater VR space. Because, when you first start off with just the Quest or just the PSVR, it's almost a smaller bubble than our small bubble already. And it really helps, I think, to broaden horizons when you get the opportunity to get your hands on the PC, and, really opens up a lot of the virtual worlds that we're able to explore.
Yeah, I had a good point, then I got distracted when I entered in the password.
Yeah.
My whole mind was went blank.
Looks like things are kind of starting to take shape here. We've got players starting to fill the lobby. Now this matchup is Team Blue versus Team Yellow.
Correct.
We're gonna see.
And Team, if luck has us right, Team Blue might actually be on blue.
That would be cool.
That would be great, right?
That would be nice. I think maybe for the next tournament, we'll name the teams after animals or something. Like team,
there you go.
Scorpion,
blue is red, red is yellow, and yellow is blue.
Yeah, right. Find a nice theme other than the colors to prevent this catastrophe.
It's a fun matching game that you have to actively play if you're a spectator. Okay, it really enhances.
It always helps to just add another thing to juggle.
This is where you set the power
another thing in
and the
here.
time,
and just make it even more. Chris 9989 says he knows I'm repping blue, but D's gonna dominate. Proper dominate. I like that.
Proper dominate.
It's
proper dominate.
I'm gonna root for blue. I'm wearing blue. I'm gonna root for him.
Sure.
I like the underdog story.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're locked in at this point too.
I'm totally locked in.
Yeah, you have to stick with your original prediction, and I'm not afraid to stick with my original prediction too.
What was your original?
Proper D here.
Proper D. All right, I'm gonna go Team Red here then, so everyone's represented.
Okay. Well,
I think Soul Fox, and I think Soul Fox is a huge player here, man. I don't think he'll be disappointing in the next round that he plays in.
Well,
so we'll see what happens.
Is he playing in another round? I mean, doesn't the yellow team have to lose here in order for Soul Fox to get another shot?
Well, so we're gonna have to average out the scores and see who moves on to those finals.
I see. Well, this is really interesting, and then I don't really know how this is gonna shape out.
Yeah, so I guess essentially blue can't lose. If blue loses here, they'll be done, because that'll be 2 losses in the books for them. So I think points are factored in, but I imagine you won't have enough points if you lose twice.
Right. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You won't be putting up enough kills, and so a lot on the line certainly for Team Blue right now, and it'll be interesting to see. And like you said, I think Matt plays a big element in it, because for that next round, I'm already thinking ahead to what could be if we do get a rematch between Soul Fox and Proper. The map there is going to be huge as well, and so I do think that either way, we're in for a potentially good matchup here, depending on what Gamertag and Doc can bring to the table.
Yeah, it looks like if we can take a peek into the pregame lobby, it looks like we've got some people just doing laps, right? Just running across the rafters, just putting the miles up.
Yep.
So they don't start counting the miles until the round round ends. I don't know if they know that, but
I like the idea of people sprinting around trying to put them up. I might.
Yeah, well, hey, at least they're getting loose, right? Something we've talked about. You have to stay loose, especially when it comes down to using these cyber shoes. Because I mean, frankly, I gotta wonder if anyone's going to be cramping up here if they're staying hydrated. You know, I mean, it's a lot of movement.
By the way, let's just make that reminder. Everyone out there should just stay hydrated. You know, folks, just drink some water. Like, stay hydrated. We want to encourage everyone stays healthy when you know, witnessing and performing in VR. Wow, sweet nectar of the gods, right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got a sip of my tea. Really infuse.
All right, it looks like this is about to happen, huh, Skeeva?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're in lobby right now. Everyone seems to be loading in. 1 kill's already come through.
All right. So we've got prop. Is that?
Yeah. So team yellow's on red and team blue is on blue. So wonderful. You only have to do 1 color calculation.
All right, everybody's running around the map right now, and I think I think this is the calm before the storm right here.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, we're all just they gotta meet up, and once they start meeting, the spawns will kind of kick in, and the action will really start to flow as it does. But either way, this map certainly pretty large as well.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about the map dynamics here.
It's interesting because it is a large map, but it's very close quarters, and so understanding spawns would be certainly an element that can play into it. If Proper D knows where his opponent will be before they know where he is, he can find some kills, and already you do see him there getting himself a couple. 2-0. Shughead also on the board there with Obake, but the map itself, even though it's tight quarters, it's really like 3 maps in size. It's huge. You have to navigate a lot of distance, and a couple of kills coming in there from Gamertag, able to find the back of Proper D, a refrag from Shughead to even things off, and good communication. I heard Obake calling that out, and so he knew that there was one around that corner, and that's what it really sets apart a team, is when you start to get it in sync with your teammates and communicating effectively.
That's what it's going to take here, because if they are just running and gunning, they're going to lose when they run into Proper D. So they need to set traps, they need to communicate, they need to find ways to kind of, you know, adapt to the situation, because it's like having a madman running around out there, you know? Like, you can't just go head to head against Michael Myers. Like, you got to like trap him or something, you know? So they really need to start thinking outside the box if they want to have a fighting chance in this match.
Yeah, and again, they are communicating. You know, I'm hearing Proper calling out when he's running into targets, when he's having to get kills. His team seemingly able to follow those call outs too, and setting them apart. 11-2 now. Proper D maybe trying to set the record for fastest round as he navigates his team around the map.
Dude, 11-2 is not the spread you want to see 90 seconds into the match. Like,
no,
that is not a good start for Team Blue, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like starting to write an obituary or something over here.
Yeah, you certainly could. It's truly just the speed of Proper D. He seems to be catching this team off guard at every step, bouncing around corners as he does. Gamertag, the next victim on Proper D's hit list. Down he goes, completely unaware.
And he's not happy about it, as you can hear.
Nope, not happy about it.
Yeah, Proper D just making it look easy, making it look good, just adding finesse to these kills. It's just ripping around corners, just pulling off headshots, and just really really sticking it to Team Blue right here, who still only have 2 kills up on the board.
They've just been having no luck really getting any idea of the enemy. I think the map knowledge really coming into effect here. Proper D now having a pretty good route around the midfield too. You know, we've just been kind of watching him do circles hunting, and it definitely lends itself to more kills. He's surprising the opponent, popping out of an angle that they're not ready for, and they're simply not ready for it because of the size of the map. I mean, this is again a huge map, and even Proper D is looking for his opponent still here.
And it's important to mention again, of course, that all of that movement is done with the feet. The thumbsticks have been removed from the game here, and he is cruising around using those Cybershoes more effectively than we're seeing from anybody else in the match right now.
Yeah, and you want to talk about that most run. Oh, a knife comes in from Proper. You want to talk about the most run, the most miles ran. Proper D is certainly on track here. He's got all of this room to navigate around this map, and maybe he'll find another kill on to Gamertag soon enough.
Oh, I saw a knife just whiz past somebody's head there. That was a close call.
Ooh, a double, a 2-for-1. It does go down, so another kill on the board there for Team Blue, but
19-5 now, the spread. I mean, what do we do here, folks? Like, how do we how do we soften this?
Up. We gotta hope for the likes of Doc, Gamertag, and Rise to really start to work together and find a good, comfortable position that they can just kill from. That's what they were trying to do.
Do you hide? Like, do you hide in a corner and just like cover your head and cry, or like do you find an advantageous position and just like, I don't know, try to become a shadow for a while? What would you do here if you felt like you were being outclassed?
I would just try and understand a portion of the map. Because of how large the map is, I would sort of run around one specific corner or sector and understand it, and then just play around that. You know, really not try and go out of the comfort zone. Because, like I said, this map is so large, it's the equivalent of, in my mind, 2 or 3 maps.
So if it were you in there, you would try to like familiarize yourself with maybe a small corner or a building or something, just kind of make that your home and just set up shop there and hope that you can maybe pick some people off as they're sprinting around chasing your team hot on the scent, or what?
Yeah, I was watching Rise there, and he was just trying to get, I think he was doing just that. He was trying to kind of get an understanding of the space he was in, but Proper, being Proper dominant, was just swaying around the corner and got that kill. And
if I'm in there, I'm hiding. I'm gonna try to find a dark corner somewhere, and I am not gonna move. Like, I'm not moving, because if they're like T-Rexes, it's based on movement. They see something move and they just attack. So I would probably set up shop, turn it into a little bit of a hide and seek game, and make them come looking for me. And I'll just have my gun pointed at a doorway, so that way when they come flying in, boom. I would turn this into a stealth action shooter if I was being outclassed like this right now.
Yeah, the problem is you're kind of forfeiting your chance at the most miles ran. And I suppose if you
it's gone.
had been,
I would get rid of that right away. I'm just fighting for my life here.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to fight for their lives, at least. They're almost up to 10, so not. At least they're putting some kills on the board. They're managing to pick off Obake and Shug, who I think are just trying to follow Proper sprint around the map right now. They're looking for the kills themselves, and Proper is not allowing it.
See what kind of spread we have here now. 26 kills to the 8 for Team Blue. This is I mean, it's nice. Every time I see a point go up for Team Blue, it makes me happy, but at the same time, it's hard to have an optimistic outlook for Team Blue here.
At this point, they're both just having fun, and they're both just running around, getting a good exercise in, really. I mean, truly, the benefit of Cybershoes is while you're gaming, you're getting that workout in. And, you don't even really notice it. You're just having a good time playing a video game. Proper D is certainly sprinting everywhere around the map. I think he's just having a good time playing Contractors, a game that he enjoys. And certainly it's paying off, as they're now up 30-11.
That's a great point. He definitely looks like he's having fun out there. And, one of the things that I love about games like this is their ability to bring you and your friends and your community together. Like we've said before, these competitors are all people who know each other. They've made content together. Like when you see, GT get a kill against against Proper D, it means something, because you know who GT is, you know who Proper D is. And this really is all about community. So even though we're seeing a bit of a blowout right now, I guarantee everybody in there is still having fun, still enjoying themselves, and still doing this for all the right reasons. It's great to walk away with the W, walk away with that crown and the bragging rights. That at the end of the day, we all had a great time playing Contractors. Everybody ran around with the Cybershoes, you know, and I think that that's a victory no matter what.
Yeah, Doc posted up in this back corner here. He's found a couple of kills. Property's gone down once or twice, and well, they were bouncing back just a touch. As I say that, I pop back over into Property's perspective, and he's killing. So seems to never end. You know, Gamertag has his back exposed there. He's fortunate that Proper doesn't take him. And the size of the map really seems to be affecting Team Blue. If this was a close quarters map, I think this would be a much closer game. But simply because the map is so big and spread out, they just seem to have kind of trouble finding their opponents. And now, as I say that, Property gets identified, but he gets the kill.
Oh man, and that's just like kind of what you were talking about when it comes down to speed, right? Like just those instincts and those reflexes, and that's the kind of thing that translates across games, right? Like you can play as many different, you know, FPSs as you want, and as you continue to do so, your ability to reload and react to getting shot at and all that stuff, you know, if you're shaving down those seconds and shaving down that reaction time, it's going to make you good in just about anything that you do. And it's obvious when you can see somebody react so quickly that, you know, they had the, you know, they got surprised and they still walk away with a kill. Like that just speaks to the skill of Proper D.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you look at the KD feed, 25-5 for Proper D, 7-5 for Shug, and 6-4 for Abaki. So they are positive, but nowhere near what Proper D is delivering here as he jumps through the center street and tags 2 back to back.
Oh, man, that must feel great. You know, it's just going on just a rampage like this in a game when you know that there's a little bit of bragging rights and a little bit of cash or something up for grabs at the end. They're sprinting around, jumping, getting double kills. Like I wish I was Proper D right now.
Yeah, and he gets to show off, you know, in front of an audience, gets a little commentary on top of it, and ultimately is doing quite well now. And really, I guess it frames even more how impressive that last match was between Team Yellow and Team Red, just because it was a much closer scoreline, and Soulfox and his team managed to keep it a lot tighter.
Yeah, they did. And you know, we expected good performances from a handful of these players, but this is definitely I have to say, I mean, I'm sure some of you out there knew this was coming, but I'm still myself a little surprised to see the gap that Proper D has managed to display here. You know, I wish I could say his name less on this broadcast, but he really has just earned it and shown that he's the dominating player, and definitely the MVP from everything that we've seen.
Yeah, and again, I've been following him around. He's got a route that he's been running this whole time, and it's really, you know, you think about the miles ran, he's just been running laps, getting kills on his lap. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He's just running a big lap around the map and killing people that end up running in his, getting in his way. And I think he's going to be a contender for sure for the most miles ran, if not the one that gets it. His other teammates are moving around, but just not nearly as much. Like I said, Proper's running laps.
Yeah, this thing is about to get wrapped up here, and I mean, you know, I think we kind of could have predicted this going into this matchup. You know, we saw Team Red take it from Team Blue in the first round, and then lose, of course, to Team Yellow when Proper D had his chance to get warmed up. So at this point, it's you know, I can't say I'm surprised to see this.
That quit.
Doc lets out a cheer of joy as he kills Proper and then gets a double kill coming in from Doc.
It's the little victories at this point.
Yeah, you gotta celebrate them, and now they're all synced up. Now the team's together, and so maybe they can get a little momentum in their favor. Like you said, it's maybe a little late. They're 4 points away from locking this one in, but they've all taken control of a building now, and maybe that's the strat. Like you said earlier, just get inside, because Proper's been running outside. If he's not finding anybody, technically he's not killing anyone. And
that's what I would have been doing. I would have been in the shadows, wait until I saw him sprint past me, and then pop out of the shadows and go for the surprise kill. But to let him catch you moving anywhere is a death sentence, and it's obvious from what we're seeing right now. So Skeeva, what's the outcome after this matchup?
Well, happen? I mean, it's looking like it's going to be Team Red versus Team Yellow for the for the final championship.
So
That's what
Team
it's
Red
looking like.
is getting an extra shot at Team Yellow here.
Well, I believe so, because Team Blue will have its second loss. Is that correct?
So you have to lose twice, so it's double elimination. This makes sense to me. So in order for Red to win against Yellow, they got to win back-to-back games.
Yes, this is true, because the finals are coming up now.
Boy. What do y'all think out there in the chat? Do you think Team Red, Soul Fox, Wise Director, VR Gamer Dude can put up a fight against Team Yellow, consisting of Proper D, Obake TV, and Shughead Gaming? What kind of match are we going to see here, NightFiree?
I really don't know what's going to be in store, just because we saw the matchup already, right? We got a little preview, a little taste of what it looks like. Team Yellow really did well to run away with that the dub, especially after Soul Fox had performed so well in their map win. And so I'm curious, maybe they've had a little bit of time to prepare for the speed that is Proper D, and if you're ready for that, there's a lot that you can do to if you're ready for that. It does a lot. It can allow them to shut down that momentum of Proper D as he sprints around the map. And I'm very curious to see, what map we go to. Is it big open? Is it a close quarters one? Does it allow for a lot of movement, or is it more focus on just getting kills in a central spot? Who knows? That's what it's going to come down to.
Right. And it's interesting because Proper D really does have some decent support there. Like Obake TV and Shughead Gaming, they're putting points up, they're making plays happen, so they're taking advantage of their opportunities when they present themselves. And I think that Wise Director and Soul Fox make a great team. They're both solid players, and they both are putting up similar scores during their matches. If VR Gamer Dude can manage to win a handful of the one-on-ones out there, and Soul Fox and Wise Director can play it cool, find a way to dismantle what Proper D wants to do, because Proper D is in flow right now. He's chilling. He's just out there doing whatever he wants. So to win against something like that, you really have to adapt. You got to think outside the box, and you got to look at this perspective. You have to look at it from a new perspective, because if you just keep running out there expecting to win a one-on-one against the guy, it ain't gonna happen. You got to get cheeky. You got to do a little David versus Goliath kind of stuff, So I would be looking to mix up the meta. I'd be looking to find a new way to engage. I would be playing hide and seek, and maybe if that failed, maybe I'll just stand back to back and huddle like turtles together, and hopefully when you encounter one, you guys can clean up. There needs to be a new approach here for Team Red to handle it, because Proper D is showing that he is here to win and he's not messing around.
Man, I wish I could have really hopped in and said more during this whole thing, but just so people out there know, I'm not just out of words here. I'm actually just pushing all the buttons.
Baby, yes. Don't you worry about a thing.
You guys got it. You're crushing it.
Thanks, man. We know what's going on here. Everybody knows that Skeeva is the pilot of the Twin Reality ship, and he's pulling all the levers. And we see you on your phone. You're on camera.
Yeah, I know.
We see what you're doing. So don't you worry about it. NightFiree and I are happy to keep things moving forward, and you just jump in whenever you feel like it.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Can I pat?
We know it's a lot of.
Thanks,
it's
buddy.
a lot of work, Skeeva. So it's certainly you're doing great. We've been moving along really nicely. Great management of the players and getting them in these lobbies quick. It's been fun and quick action. I mean, heck, we're almost done. We're in the finals now, and
this is it, man. Winner of this round takes everything.
Unless that winner is Team Red, in which case they gotta beat Team Yellow again to get the champ, because Team Yellow hasn't lost yet. So if Team Red beats them, that's not enough. They gotta beat them twice.
No, this is it. This is the last. I'm sorry, did I?
Well, but Team Yellow hasn't lost. So Team Yellow has already beat Team Red. So if Team Red beats Team Yellow now, then that's a one.
I don't think
that's
it was
1-1.
Ever.
Yeah,
truly,
it's never how it is. I'm just assuming things here. So.
Yeah,
so you're fine.
So the way it all kind of went together is each team at the very beginning had to play each other, and then the average score of those decided who went into this final showdown, and it just so happened to be Red v Yellow as the dominating teams.
I am understanding now. So this is not a traditional double elimination style.
Correct.
We have taken point totals into consideration when moving into the finals match, and I mean at this point, this is just really what it's going to boil down to anyway, isn't it? Team Red versus Team Yellow. Everything's on the line. It's for all the marbles here. And I mean, I don't know. Is it possible for a player out there to
I'm going Gordon
run? You know, like I don't know. If you're on Team Red, do you run? Like, do you like forfeit the W and just put up the miles on the board and try to grab that extra cash? I'm just like, just reaching here.
I feel like Proper D is gonna nail it with these with his moving. Yeah. So but there's 2 players, right? Two of the highest runners get $200 each.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
the 2 highest.
Fox has to keep running. Then he's got to keep moving. He can't afford to stay tucked in because I think he's right up there with Proper D in terms of the most running in a map. Granted, Obake and Shug had a lot of time to run around in their last one, but still, we were watching Soulfox and he was very active on both maps, moving around. Even when they lost against Proper D on that lumber map, it was still a lot of movement. And so I think you can't really afford. The strategy is just going to have to be stay active and just try and get the kills, try and better Proper D. And I don't know, it'll come down again to where that map takes us and what the familiarity is with the other team, if they're ready for it, if they know the map. It'll be good. It'll be good regardless, though, because Soul and Wise have proven that they're very skilled shooters and capable of putting up a good KD.
I'm excited to see this. We're pretty close to this going down, and I mean, obviously a lot of money is going to go on Proper D, but I am not counting Team Red out of this. I think they have a chance. Like I said, if they can just break the meta a little bit, they might shake things up enough and keep it even and keep things going.
And plot twist, we're actually going back to the first map that we ran in. So we know that Soulfox absolutely wrecked it in that map, and I think he's going to come back and be quite the contender.
Now, here's my question, because it's going to be obvious which team is winning this tournament at the end of this, but when will we hear about this running prize, right?
I am hoping that we hear
right away.
After. Yeah. Cybershoes is working with us right now to calculate all those things. And each round that ends, they're pulling in that data.
Great.
And they're figuring it out.
Cool. Well, it would be amazing to be able to announce the winner of the running competition as well during this broadcast. So hopefully that information will come in. They'll get it compiled and we'll be able to announce who got the most miles as well, because that's been a topic of conversation. I find that very interesting. People are competing to move the most on a map. That's it's an interesting dynamic to add to a competitive experience.
Yeah.
Yay! With the trades.
Just watching the pregame lobby, everyone getting loose and ready. The teams seem to be prepped and ready to go. It's just a matter of getting into the action.
Can we get a little private look into this pregame lobby?
Sure, absolutely. We are having again one more technical issue, so we will see here when that is taken care of. We'll start the round.
Beautiful.
Looks like we're hopping in.
There it is. All right, and we are off. This is the finals match between Team Red and Team Yellow. Soulfox's Team Red, Proper D's Team Yellow. This is for all the marbles, people. The winner of this match becomes the championship team of the VIP 2021 Cybershoes Contractors Tournament, brought to you by Between Realities and NightFiree VRML. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we are off to the races.
Oh my goodness, we're off to the Proper D is off to the races. He spawns in and headshots Wise Director. Wow. I mean, ridiculous.
Oh man, well I guess we'll see very soon whether or not that is going to be a theme of this match, because it was of the last one. I would love to see Proper D get stopped in his tracks a little bit.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I think he already was actually tagged there. Wise Director got that the kill back onto him, and
nice
down he goes again. Actually, now the lead into the hands of Team Red, who's on blue side, and Team Yellow, who's on red side.
Soulfox game he's moving, he's pulling the trigger, he's making some stuff happen. This is exciting. I would love to see Team Red do something here.
Yeah, we're into the early stages here. So right now the teams are sort of just poking and prodding, trying to get into that sort of rhythm of moving around the map and commanding the spawns. And It's been an even back and forth, much like it was at the start of the round that ultimately Proper D ended up running away with. And so, again, I think it's sort of just getting out those jitters, loosening up the legs, and sort of getting into a groove that you can then really run with. And now Proper D starting to sprint in. There's the jump shots that we saw on Lumber, and maybe he can start to get into a rhythm.
Soulfox, though, like really making it look like he's at home on this map. You know, I feel like he's comfortable here. I feel like he's kind of got some strats here, and I think it's obvious that he feels a lot more at home here than he has on some of the other maps that we've seen him on so far.
Yeah, well, you can't forget about Wise Director either. He ended up getting that KD pretty close to Soulfox's towards the end of this round on this map, on this map, and so he's also got that familiarity with the space and where he likes to go. And as he comes in, he trades 1 for 1. But
ooh, man, you can hear the emotions running as they run into each other. It's intense when you're running around out there, people, and I'm sure you all know virtual reality really does make these experiences immersive. It makes them super intense, and for all intents and purposes, these people are out there fighting for their lives, and it's amazing to be here to watch it all unfold.
Yep, Soul managing to get a couple of kills there before he goes down. Wise Director finds that refrag, and it's keeping Team Blue, the red team in this. They are again represented by the blue color. Team Yellow represented by the red, but a much closer scoreline than we saw in our last round. And Proper tries to jump around the corner. Soulfox is ready for him.
Oh, Proper D and Soulfox right now even on point.
Ooh, that was nasty.
That was a clutch kill. This is a tight matchup right now. 13-13.
Yeah, I mean, Wise Director's on a bit of a spree here. He's got himself a couple of kills as he just sprints around this main area. And as he does that, Proper D spawns in behind him, finds himself a kill. Another goes down. His teammates Obake, I think, found that kill, and it's a team effort this time around. Proper is 10-7, but Obake is 4-5 now. Shug's got 1 on the board. If he can get a couple of more, that'll help out as Proper finds another few kills.
I want to know where our boy Don is. Where's Don? Where's VR Gamer Dude? Is he finding some high ground so he can start raining some bullets down or something? I would love to see a little bit of a contribution here. I'm sure Team Red also would like to see a little bit of a contribution.
Wise Director pulls out the sniper to get rid of Proper D. Soulfox tries to jump around the corner. He goes down.
You know, it looks like Shughead's kind of struggling to find some points here in this matchup as well. We've seen the stronger performances from him in earlier matchups, but right now it looks like he's kind of being pinned down by the combo of Wise Director and Soulfox.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we talked about the stamina being an element. They've just played. I mean, Shughead was running that entire time on that last map. You know, they've just played a series that is tiring them, and so to be actively moving around is a lot of work. This red/blue team has technically had a bit of a break in between their series, and so maybe that'll be an element that ends up getting factored in, and we'll see if they do end up starting to get tired. Proper D not tired of the knife as he finds a kill.
Yep. Now this is the largest point gap that we've seen so far, and this is usually about the point in the match where it happens. You know, they kind of stayed even last time they matched up until right around this 20 kill mark or so, where we saw Proper D kind of find his groove and start running with it. I really would love to see Team Red here kind of buckle down, close this gap up, and make this one a close race to the finish line.
Yeah, they really do need some help from their third. If VR Gamer Dude could get active here and get a couple of kills, maybe it would help even the odds. But Proper able to get the kill there.
Yep, we can see from a feed here that VR Gamer Dude is out there. He's moving around. You know, he's trying to make some stuff happen. So you know, it's not like he's posted up, you know, in a hotel room somewhere in here. He is in the matchup, so it's going to be on him to squeeze that trigger a little faster and put a few points up on his board. And if they're gonna get to the end here.
The problem is that Wise and Soul are just sprinting around looking for kills. So Gamer Dude, unless he's equally as quick and has that map knowledge, it's just going to be hard to keep up with his team, who is finding those kills first. And Shughead's tucked in, well, along with Obake. We'll see if this ends up paying off, but we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown in movement from Shug, at least.
Well, that's... Oh, we had all day to get that.
We also got one towards blue crates.
There's Proper D finding more kills. And it is because, though, he has good comms. His teammate is communicating everything. It's allowing Proper D to work off of that. He's found himself 24-9 now. And so certainly the reason that they are up 10 points right now and make that 11.
Oh no, this is not what you want to see here. This is that meta break time, right? Like, I know that we're all in a flow. I know we're out there doing everything, but this is when you got to take a step back, take a breather, rethink how you're approaching this thing, because right now, if you just keep running into what you're doing, obviously we're not gonna come out on top with this one if you're Team Red. So they need to find a new way to approach these engagements quick, or it's gonna be curtains.
Ooh, Wise fortunate that Obake doesn't connect there. He's able to stay alive. He's got Shughead to his left, Wise to his right. He's in a bit of a pinch. I think he's got that sniper too. Oh, the quick scope from Wise gets one as he rounds the corner. Here comes Proper D.
There we go.
Nice.
I can feel the tension of the match starting to rise as we're nearing the final moments. You can tell that Soul Fox and Wise Director are really trying to tighten up and get some economy out of their kills, or out of their lives, before they get dropped while they're out there, trying to get as many kills as they can before they meet the inevitable fate of Proper D.
Used to that.
Yeah, and Wise Director's been doing good with the sniper. I think what he's been running into is he just doesn't have he hasn't been able to win those rifle trades, and with the sniper, he can actually just hit one shot and be the victor. And so he's certainly been hitting his shots and finding himself a couple of kills. If you look at the KD, he's 18-15, leading it here. And Soul Fox just not able to get into a swing of things like he was at the first round.
40-29 now. Yellow team leading. Proper D as the captain of Yellow team, and it's gonna take. Ooh, man, it's gonna be nothing short of a miracle at this point for Team Red. I think to get up, we're gonna need to see a nasty killing spree from Wise Director, nasty killing spree from Soul Fox, or I think it's pretty close to say that Team Yellow is gonna take this.
Yeah, speaking of nasty killing sprees, Proper D just picking up 3 there in a row on the stairs, and not what you need if you are Team Red/Blue right now. 6 points away from a victory, as the rest of his team also gets some kills on the board. Proper D continues to run around and hunt down his opponents. VR Gamer Dude gets tagged up right out of spawn, and a ruthless round here coming in from the Yellow team. Proper D, maybe they can lock this in with a 20-point lead if they can get the next 3 kills.
Man, Team Red really tried to put up a fight here. I feel like they were swinging, but they've been up against the ropes this whole time, and there's only so much guarding you can do when you have a flurry like that coming in. You're against the ropes before your defense kind of gets broken, and then you got the likes of Proper D just hitting that flow, hitting that stride, and just getting into a groove and just racking up the kills.
Oh.
That's it. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There it is. You hear the screams from Team Red, who has ended up losing there on the blue side. And yeah, Proper D just coming out, commanding his squad. And I think he honestly influenced his whole team, because his whole squad was running and jumping at the end of that round. They all were in the rhythm that he was sort of going through.
Man, Team Yellow, led by Proper D, going absolutely ham in this tournament, racking up like, I don't know, 140 kills or something in the matches that he was in, just showing pure dominance with his teammates, Shughead Gaming and Obake TV, winning the 2021 Cybershoes VIP tournament, playing Contractors. That was awesome, dude. That was some really exciting gameplay, even with some of the blowouts. Like, it's kind of like having LeBron come to your hometown, and just like watching him just like dunk on everybody. Like, it's a spectacle, and the people out there who were putting up a fight, they did great. We saw great performances from multiple players on his team and on other teams. But it's obvious that there was someone who came here to win today, and they did just that.
Yeah, really cool to see all of these creators come together. And I want to go back and watch the stream, watch Skeeva's magic. I want to be able to see some of these folks running in their Cybershoes on their streams. That's the real element that these bring. It's an extra active form of engagement. And one of the things I think was so cool about this event, I mean, again, just to remind everybody, what you just watched was all done using Cybershoes, which I think are just really, if you like all about immersion, you want to enhance your experience of VR. That's what this tool does. I mean, the Cybershoes allows you to feel the run when you're moving. You are doing the movement of running essentially, and it really enhances that feeling of being in the game. And to that point, I mean, Proper D was strafing side to side, jumping around corners. I mean, everything he was doing, aside from the jumps, was done through those Cybershoes. All of that movement, and he was not hindered at the slightest.
No,
in his gameplay.
I think he is living proof that you can still shred while using something like this, and it's amazing to see. It's awesome to see all of this come together, to see so many different creators using this amazing technology, virtual reality with additional peripherals where we're, connecting our bodies to the gameplay. Like, we are living in the future, everybody. And it is so amazing to be able to be here, to be a part of events like this and to experience it. I was representing Team Blue today, Gamertag VR. I was the captain of Team Blue. We've got him in the chat right now. Thanks for being here, GT. Hey, we couldn't get it this time, but there's definitely going to be more events like this one in the future. So this is great. We have no intentions of stopping this energy, stopping this community, and keeping things like this from happening. We're gonna keep pushing forward.
Good games to everyone today. I had a blast just watching all of this go down. Absolutely fantastic. I wish I got to play, honestly, but this was fun, man. Oh, I know. I would have got destroyed, but it doesn't matter. It's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. It is fun. So I think we're gonna maybe try to hang out for a few minutes, right? We're gonna try to see.
I want to see if I can get the distance traveled here, and see who won for spots number 1 and 2.
Oh, so for 1 and 2, I mean, there's no way Property didn't get number 1, right? I think we're all in agreement there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
he was just
it
moving.
Really looked like it, yeah.
He never stopped moving. So number 2, is it gonna be Soul Fox? Or was he kind of pinned down a little bit in his matchups against Proper D?
I'm thinking maybe it might be Wide's director, or it might be Proper D's teammates, simply because Proper D was killing so much that his teammates weren't dying, so they were allowed to just keep moving. They weren't in a death state where they weren't able to run, and so maybe Shughead or Abake are number 2 as well. They played 3. They played 3 games. They got a ton of runtime in the second round. On that huge map, they were nonstop moving.
Right. If your opponents are dead the whole time, then you're just running around alive. You can't get miles can't get miles when you're dead.
Yep. Yeah. So I think maybe it'll be Team Yellow really just taking this whole thing by locking in the tournament and both mile ran positions. But again, who knows? We'll have to wait and see on the calculations there.
Yeah, we will, because I'm not forgetting what I saw Soul Fox do, especially in round 1. In round 1, Soul Fox was running like an animal, like literally like a fox, dipping through the trees, like not caring about anything. And not a lot of people had an opportunity to move so freely. I think we saw Property moving freely, but that was about it. And to watch Soul Fox move so freely in that first game does kind of makes me think that maybe he's got a chance at that second place.
Let me fix this feed here. Sorry, guys.
No, it's my fault for the game closed after the end of the series, and so it ends up affect me. I don't know what happened to me, if I ended up flying around somewhere or what.
You're in there. I just gotta pull you back out. Just a second.
Oh, and I see a little baby Skeeva.
Yeah, there's a little baby me in there.
there's a little,
What
there's a,
fun
little-
is
there's a little
that?
baby Skeeva. He's
Let's
right.
see if I can find. I
right
got a lot
here.
of stuff going on in here.
Little baby Skeeva. So cute. You're so cute, little baby Skeeva. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna fix the stream.
We are. We got it coming. Just a minute. Just a moment.
Oh
please.
man, I like the baby Skeeva. It's like such a contrast from the real Skeeva. Real Skeeva is not a baby Skeeva. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I am a pretty big Skeeva.
Skeeva's
This
a
is
big.
true.
He's a big old dude.
Yep.
He's tall. He's a tall guy. I
Well, you know,
look forward to everybody meeting each other and Skeeva entering the room. You'll feel it.
we've been shouting out all these creators. I think you guys deserve a shout out yourselves. I mean, the Between Realities podcast coming here and delivering on this event. It's really fun to be casting with you two guys. And I mean, hey, for your first time, well, see, from what I understand, casting VR esports, you did a great job today, Alex. It was fun,
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, very
Alex.
professional, man. You really rocked it.
Oh, thank you. You
Absolutely.
know, I appreciate that, guys. You know, we were talking before the show because I was giving the props over to NightFiree, Alex here, because commentary or like commentating live events is not easy to do. Like, it is not easy to do at all. You know, even if you have knowledge of the game, like to just like keep talking and like trying to stay relevant in the things that you are saying and to like enlighten the audience in a way that like gives context to the action is, I think, the hardest part. And that's what VRML does. And, you know, NightFiree and so many of the other incredibly amazing casters that we have in our VR community, they do. You know, they really give a lot of context. So that way you're not just seeing a bunch of random just engagements. Like, it helps you to understand why what's happening is important. And VRML and other organizations like you guys really do amazing work. So I have nothing but respect for all of you, and I'm so excited that we had the chance to collaborate and do this together. So thank you for taking the time to be here with us today, and you know, hopefully we can make stuff happen like this again in the future.
So we do have the results of the distance traveled here during the round. So you guys nailed it with Proper D winning the most traveled with his Cybershoes there. We did not see number 2 coming, I don't think. Obake TV rocking it very close behind.
You were right.
Proper D.
You were right. Yep. NightFiree hit the nail on the head. Dude.
Boom.
He was like, they're alive. They're just looking for kills the whole time, and all they're doing is moving.
Yep. Wow. So we not only did we have the yellow team take the glory and the championship of this tournament, but we also saw 2 of the members both win the distance challenge.
Team Yellow just
racking in that money too, right?
handling it.
Yeah.
They pulled in the prizes. They pulled in the victory. They pulled in the glory. They pulled in the bragging rights. They pulled in the new fans. I hope everybody definitely look in the description for the links to all of these creators. Follow these people. What they are doing is awesome. This community is incredible. And, you know, like I said before, be an engaged member. Like, it's a reciprocating thing. You know, leave comments, likes, share these things with your friends, become a part of it, and it will give back to you. This is an amazing space that we're all in. We're truly lucky to be living in a futuristic world where we're entering virtual spaces together and pulling off sports broadcasts about the stuff that we actually care about. And, I'm just eternally grateful to be here and for all of you joining us here today. So thank you so much for being a part of this. NightFiree, do you want to give us something before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I do want to mention that you can get Cybershoes on Amazon right now. I think that was a recent announcement. And if you are interested in getting this off as this hardware so that you can do what you saw done here, so you can get immersed, you can get a workout while you're gaming, I highly recommend you go check it out on Amazon. It's compatible with the Quest 2 and the Quest, and it's you know, if you want that immersion and you want the workout, you can't get a better device.
Yeah. Agreed, man. You know, I primarily use this to get a little bit of cardio in while I game, because, you know, I'm a true gamer. Exercise is not my number 1 priority, but this really helps me get a little in there. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you say? Gonna call it?
Absolutely. With that, I think we're going to bring this broadcast to a close. Huge thank you to NightFiree from VRML for being here, dude. You are amazing. I really
Thank
hope
you.
we can do this stuff again. Huge thank you to Cybershoes. Huge thank you to Contractors for providing such an amazing game for all these people to play. Huge thank you to all the creators from the teams that we had competing today. We are huge fans of you. We love you all dearly.
Thank you very much to Raven GG as well for getting us all of these jerseys out to everyone in a very quick turnaround time. Great products that they make there.
Yeah, huge thank you to Skeeva for organizing this event and making this happen. Huge thank you to Stu, who we've had working behind the scenes, organizing our teams in Discord. Huge thank you to everyone witnessing this thing in the chat, live and otherwise. It is truly an honor to be here and to be a part of this community. Subscribe to this channel, Between Realities. Subscribe to all the creators that you've seen here in the tournament today, and we will see you guys very soon for the next amazing event. Until then, thank you guys so very much, and we will see you next time. Take care. See you guys.